What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode with Mom and Papa Joe. In honor of Oktoberfest all across the world, Mom and I are knocking out some pork knuckles. We're going to sous vide these and then drop them on the rotisserie, see if we can crisp up that skin. Let's get it. All right, folks, we actually started this process last night. Here are our pork knuckles. I paid 17 bucks for these two pork knuckles. They're each a little over 2 pounds. So we're looking at about 4 pounds and a quarter. Last night, I used my jacquard and just created all these little holes that you can see in here. Salted, left on this rack in the refrigerator overnight for a quick dry brine to help dry out the skin and get us, hopefully in the end, some crispy skin. From experience cooking these cuts, this skin during the cook wants to shrink. And I'm going to try to minimize that, pulling my skin down and using these little 2-inch, 1.5 inch to try to hold the skin close to the edge as possible. And I want to make sure that these are in here well, that that tip is not exposed to puncture my cryovac. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we're going to find out. We'll see if that helps. In our cryovac, we're going to be adding 1 tablespoon of butter. This is salted butter. We've already got plenty of salt on the Hocks. A little piece of onion, small piece of bay leaf, a little thyme, 1 clove of garlic, and some peppercorns. All right, and let's head to the vacuum sealer. All right, folks, our sous vide is preheated to 170. I'm looking at least 24 hours. Let me make sure I don't have too much water in here. In with our shacks. All you got to do here is just keep an eye on the water levels, making sure it doesn't drop too much. But this cover does a great job of minimizing water loss. See you tomorrow. Exactly 24 hours. Well, 24 hours and about 5 minutes, folks. And I think we're tender. I just pulled the bag out and gave it that pinky poke, that calibrated pinky poke, and they feel really good. I've got a strainer and a little bowl that I'm going to try to capture this liquid that's inside, which will be for a gravy later on. Hot. So we're going to remove all of the herbs. But what this cooling down is going to do is to firm up the skin. And I think that's going to allow us to handle them. I'm going to make an attempt to just dry them off gently. Going back on the rack. So we're going to let these cool at room temperature. Then I'll probably pop them in the fridge for an hour or so. Remember, these are fully cooked, ready to eat. So we don't want to cook them on the rotisserie. We just want to finish and try to crisp up the skin. So that's why we're letting them cool completely. This juice, I'm going to let come to room temperature. It's going to pretty much gellify, and I will remove the fat on top, and we'll make a gravy later. All right, so we've been out of the fridge for a good hour, folks, coming to room temperature. Once again, these are fully cooked. So all we're going to do now is fight to get them on the rotisserie spit without tearing them apart. And our grill is out there preheating. If we balance these properly, we'd get them on here something that looks like this. Easier said than done. Let's give it a shot. There are lots of bones in here, so it's not the easiest thing to accomplish. I'm looking for my halfway line. There we are. It's inside the 4 prongs. So I think that will suffice. We're not going to do anything, no more salt, no oil or anything. We're just going to put them on the rotisserie with a couple of small pieces of hickory. Folks, inside I said hickory. I'm actually using 2 small pieces of cherry. Let's get this spit on and check for balance. Not sure how long this is going to take, but we'll be back out here in about 30 minutes. Okay, folks, so while our hocks are out there, hopefully getting crispy, we've got 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter that we're going to melt and create a bit of a roux to start this gravy. About a tablespoon and a half all-purpose flour. And we're just going to get this a little color. Cook out the rawness. That took about 5 minutes or so on medium high. So again, couldn't afford to walk away. Here is half of that cryovac hock gravy that's jellified like I told you it would. In we go. And if there are any lumps from meat particles or anything in there, we'll strain it out. I've got here an American Oktoberfest beer. The last time I used a German Oktoberfest beer in cooking, Mama said it tasted kind of slightly bitter to her. So we're going to see if this makes a difference. We're coming in here with maybe a half a cup. And we're just going to let this simmer away. Half an hour in, folks. Let's take a quick look.
Wow.
All right, I'm seeing it starting to bubble and crisp. Oh, it's cracking. I'm not going to go much longer than what we have right here. I don't want to dry it out any. As a matter of fact, folks, I think I'm going to take it off right now. I definitely thought it would take a little longer. We're going to work with what we got. Boom, right there, folks. Beautiful. We've given these a good 15 minutes. Man, they are nice and crispy. We've got some mashed potatoes, some veggies to go with these. I don't know if both of these will fit on here. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. Some of this gravy that we, oh. Oh, little greenery. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, those are beautiful. That gravy is delicious. Let's cut into one of these. All right, let's see. Can we just, oh yeah, I think we can. Look at that, folks. Oh, can you hear that? Wow. Folks, nice and tender. Oh. Listen to that skin. Wow, folks, perfectly salted, nice and tender, juicy, crispy skin. Couldn't ask for much more. Folks, this is pretty easy. That sous vide doesn't require your attention one bit. Very short period on that rotisserie, and we're ready to go. I want to thank you guys and gals as usual for hanging out with Mom and Papa Joe. We really appreciate it. Be on the lookout for another video coming very soon. And as always, Mom and I want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, and we'll see you when we see you. Holla!